and then using that as gray water. That would typically be the type of project you're looking at, unless you're going to get into it. I'm sure, honestly, if it's a public park, to get a variance passed, once you're getting into multiple households, you're going to have to get a variance, and we'll talk about that. Variance is basically a way to get, the code in New York City says no gray water. In order to have gray water, you have to have a variance, or basically like a pass from the buildings department that says, for whatever reason, your organization, yourself, you've gotten all your paperwork in line, you've paid this fee, you can have it.
So unless there's a building like that, it's really about rainwater collection and using rainwater to irrigate.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mentioned in the sinks, in the kitchen sinks, there'd be food scraps that would contain enough bacteria to begin to produce new life.
Yeah.
So, but you know the baskets in the sink drains, either the little strainers or the baskets, isn't that catching enough? Or
Every like kind of all the people that I know that are kind of like gray water gurus on the West Coast laugh at that stuff. Like in terms of safety, and like they've been doing it for 30 or 40 years, and we'll get to it. I think it's actually the next. Oh yeah, here it is. In the U.S. alone, there are 8 million systems with 22 million users without a single documented case of gray water transmitted illness. Like they've never been able to link it. That's not to say that someone hasn't gotten sick and reported it, or this hasn't happened, but lots of people honestly get sick from our centralized water treatment and don't know it. And they're like, oh, I ate something bad. Could have been your water.
I think people use more water in the kitchen with dishes than they do in the bathroom washing hands.
Yeah, you'll get a lot more when you start to combine, but these are other things to know, and we'll get into that in specifics. Like one of the ways in California that they have a permitting system where you don't need a permit if you're in California is if you have a single fixture appliance. So when you start getting multiple fixtures, this is when the building department starts saying, hey, wait, what are you getting into? And even in states where it's legal, which it isn't in New York, it's harder and harder to combine multiple fixtures. And the reason is, to all fixtures, we also have a connection to the water. So they're really worried that you're going to mess up the system, or you're going to overflow it, or it's going to backflow, and your gray water is going to go into our water, and then everybody's going to have some type of gray water.
The way around that would be to take, if it's 24-hour rule, and there's food contaminants in there, to a pond, a cleansing plant-filled pond, and then pump to then irrigate after that once the water's clean from the plants, right?
Yeah, you can
get the way around that?
You can do a living machine. You run into problems with that. Living machine is kind of like a wetlands treatment.
In the middle of winter, you're not going to get much activity.
That's the thing. That's what I was about to say. And also, when you're looking at pumps take electricity, and a lot of people that do gray water are looking at the system because you don't want to use any type of fossil fuel. So a lot of the gray water systems that we'll start off with are the simpler ones that are just based on gravity. So this is just an immediate picture. This is basically to show that there should be a three-way valve. I think you guys can see it, but basically that black hose comes from a washing machine. To the left is a sink, and this is the first step. And we'll go through it. I know this is the overview, and then we'll get into more specifics. But this is basically every system should have. This is going to the sewer, and when you flip it down, it goes through this system, and then see through the wall up there in the top right. This leads out to the gray water pipe, and this is the laundry to landscape system. And this is one of the easiest ways. This is your entry point for most homeowners, is to just take it from your washing machine. And the reason is because your washing machine pumps water anyway. So you might as well use it because it's either going to use it and then pump it to the drain system. That's the way most laundry machines work, to the centralized sewage plant, or you can use it to have it actually pump out to all of your irrigation outside. But all systems have to have this, because what if your gray water is backed up? Then you're going to have like a giant flood of gray water inside your house. Or what if it's been raining for 5 days and you totally flood your system? You can always flush it down to the sewage.
Can you explain that one more time? If it's raining for 5 days, how is that affecting something being pumped from inside your house?
Because plants typically have a certain amount of water that's ideal for them to absorb, and you don't usually want to overwater or overflood. You can have root rot from that, or you can erode the topsoil. And while, yes, nature